Let me ask you something. Are you a woman who has done a ton of work? You have done the therapy, the books, the workshop, the courses, the hypnosis, the tapping. I mean, you name it, you've tried it, and yet when it really comes down to it, you keep having the same issues over and over and over again. Your triggers are still the same. The impatience is still there. The fear at 3 o'clock in the morning about your finances, or maybe it's a health issue, right? That no matter how hard you've worked to change and become the best self, the best version of yourself that you can possibly become, somehow it always stays the same. You might have a little tiny itty bitty breakthrough, but not the big ones that you're really working hard towards, no matter how much money, time, energy you've put into it. There is a reason why, and it's not your fault, and I want to explain it to you right this second. Number one is that 80%, this is what research is saying, 80% of what you think is not true. I'm going to prove it to you right now. What color in the United States is a yield sign? What's the first thing that comes to mind? Is it yellow and black? Because if your mind is seeing a yellow and black yield sign, in 1979, all the yellow and black yield signs in the United States were changed to red and white. Now, right now, your mind's probably going, oh my gosh, how could this even be true? I know for a fact I've seen yellow and black ones. This is just one example of how something inside your mind is not true. Now, here's the crazy thing that I want to share with you. Even though I just told you that it's yellow, it's not yellow and black, that it's red and white, if I ask you this again in a year, you will still say, your mind will still bring up the yellow and black yield sign. Why is this? It's because your mind cannot update itself. No matter how many red and white yield signs you've passed, no matter how many times, how many books you've read, how much therapy you've done, how many courses you've taken, no matter how much work you've done on yourself, the body updates the mind doesn't update the body. Okay, so if I give you a red crayon and a white piece of paper, and I have you actually color in, come here, it's my little pup. If I actually have you color in a red and white yield sign, you know what you're gonna find? You'll remember it for the rest of your life. No matter how many times I've told you that it's yellow and black, and no matter how many times I share with you that it's not yellow and black, that it's red and white, you're still gonna see it. The other thing that researchers have found is that 90% of our thinking every single day is the same thoughts that we thought the day before. Why is this important? Because the reason why you can't break the habit you're in is because your mind is continuously producing the same things over and over again. The other problem is that all the personal development work that you've done has not been customized to your own unique set of problems. So you can go to a workshop and you can find out that you have abandonment issues or rejection issues, or that you have a lack consciousness. Where? When? How often does it happen? Right? That's what I want to ask you. Where are your abandonment issues? With whom? When do they show up? When does lack consciousness show up for you? When is it? When is there spending money? When somebody's asking you for money? When you're needing to get a raise, ask for a raise? When is it coming up for you? So you are a unique human being with unique problems. What I want to introduce to you is the internal guidance system. Whenever you feel a lump in your throat, a tightness in your chest, or a sick feeling in the solar plex area, that means that what you're thinking is that 80%, the 80% that's not true. And once you learn how to feel that, stop, look at what you're thinking, pivot your thoughts until that releases and you get an opening, you've now reprogrammed the neural pathways of your mind towards what is true for you. That's why it's super, super, super powerful for you to use your internal guidance system. What is the internal guidance system? It's something that you were born with, and it operates with the vagus nerve, the central nervous system, and the programming of your mind. And what I want to tell you is that people who are doing my Recreating You game are able to go through in a 5-day period and reprogram so much of the thinking that's not true for them. And there's an instant release, which is confidence, peace, success. You feel fully your own truth. Okay, now I'm not talking like some kind of my personal truth. No, what I'm talking about is you can feel inside your body with wisdom what I call discernment. Discernment about what's true for you and what's not true for you. And so what I want to share with you is the first thing that you need to do when you have a lump in your throat, a tightness, kind of that, we call it anxiety, worry, fear, overwhelm, frustration, irritation, any of those things, or that awful icky feeling where it feels like you've just got this fist in your solar plex. Whenever you feel any of those things, that means what you're thinking isn't true. Stop in the moment, okay, and say to yourself, you want to do a pattern interrupt. This is a neurological way in order to stop the thinking that's not true. You want to do a pattern interrupt, and what you do is you stop and you say, I am closed. It's not that it's a negative thing, it's just a tightness. The life force energy inside yourself is tightening. You say, I am closed. That's what you're feeling. Closing of your throat, closing of your chest, closing in the solar plex area, okay? And that means that what I'm thinking is not true or not going to happen. You should feel an instant lightening. Ever so slight, it could be slight or it could be like bigger. When you feel that, you have now started a new neural pathway. You do a pattern interrupt and you say, what I'm thinking is not true or not going to happen. I am closed. That means what I'm thinking is not true or not going to happen. Try it and see what happens. This is just the beginning of you being able to shift your life out of the 80% of things that aren't true. This is going to affect your marriage, your relationships, your work, your physical relationship with your body, your health, your ability to go back to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning when the world is coming down on you and you're filled with dread. Okay, use this, try this, it works. I've worked with 40,000 people and it works. You can reprogram the neural pathways of your brain. You really, really, truly, truly can. And this is the start. Remember, the exact phrase, don't use any other one, okay? Because this, after working with so many people from different cultures, from all around the world, okay, this is the one that works. I am closed. That means what I'm thinking is not true or not going to happen. And notice the lightning, okay? I'll be back with more. Thanks for listening.